Is this Louise, but her hair's all messed up? Louise? It is Louise. You must have heard about it, right? About what happened to our classmate? Yeah, Jessica. She is reported missing. What about it? I don't mean to be callous saying this, but her disappearance might be the final piece of anomalies. What? Jessica, anomalies? That doesn't make any sense. Ma, I'm afraid the memory anomalies are just one piece of a puzzle. The full picture is much bigger. The full picture? Like this pellet. Everything in the universe is described by waves, rippling across space and time. These ripples, these waves, they give rise to the existence of particles that make up everything. That make up these pellets. They make up me. They make up you. Everything. Like the air, you might not be able to see these ripples, but they're all around us. So these space-time ripples, they're basically how everything exists? What kind of whack job hole are you down, Louise? You don't just start talking about this. It's not just that. These ripples meet and collide. And when they do, they interact. And that's how particle interactions happen. Particle interactions. Oh, forgive my vocabulary. Here, observe. Did you see that? The pellet landed on the floor, so the pellet and the floor interacted. More specifically, the particles did. And that's because forces. The space-time ripples of the pellet. And the space-time ripples of the floor. They collided, they interacted, precisely. And that's how everything behaves and works the way they do. Photosynthesis, our senses, electricity, and memories? Yes, everything, including memories. If so, how could memories even interact? Sure, sunlight and plants, and how does I mean the main question is how does this refer to Jessica? I feel like it's quite insensitive of Louise to be like, oh, a classmate has gone missing. This must tie into my conspiracy theory, time altering stuff. Right, particle interactions do not have rules. And there's no way memories could possibly interact and get mixed up, yet they have. And if you think about it, there's no way natural disasters could have happened all at once in 24 hours, if not by pure chance. And hey, there's no way that long, vivid time at the hospital could have been a hallucination, I guess. See? That's what I meant earlier. The full picture. I don't know. You see, the quantum world obeys rules unless the extreme happens. Hey, Sleepwalker, how you doing? Jola. Like a tsunami. These strong, violent ripples may have passed by us. They rock the planet's core, causing a string of natural disasters. A quantum tsunami. I feel like you're a bit off the deep end, Louise. We don't need to go Ant-Mania on us. Sorry, no Joel-est. I think there's a Joel-less, though, unless I'm... Yeah, there's a Joel-less. And what about the memory anomalies? It's the same. A quantum tsunami must have swept our minds. Our memories could have gotten mixed up with someone else's. So my memories mixed up with Nicole's? Yeah? No? Or someone else's memory of the weather with mine? And everything inexplicable? Where do these quantum tsunamis come from anyway? Well, I'm asking myself the same. Look at that cute Holly. I'm not sure of it yet. But look, these extreme quantum fluctuations, these quantum tsunamis, they might still be going on, and that leads me to Jessica. See, I feel like this is where you're stretching, Nicole. Because these ripples, they cancel each other out, and when they do, that affected thing, or being, or person ceases to exist. Wait, hold on. Don't get me wrong. I respect all the time and effort you put into this, but are you implying this isn't a problem of our minds, but instead reality? Oh, are they gossiping about me and Nicole hanging out? You know what? You're right. Quantum mechanics isn't even supposed to work at a macroscopic scale, and so named quantum. But here I am, disappointing you and myself. Louise, hey. Maybe you just can't accept that this is on us. I mean, look at me. Trying to keep up with all the expectations I set for myself? No, don't give up just yet. There has to be something we missed. I heard the start of the year will be rainy. Maybe this time I'll be sure of it when it rains. When Jessica didn't come home, I remember Kathy and I were together that day and it was raining. You never got to compete with a chess player from Manzanero, right? Polly? Yes, I won by default. After that day, we watched your game. Was that the day she went missing? That's what I heard, yes. It was the day after your game. Kathy and I were at Alphamart, and it was raining too. Rolling in hurricanes and heavy rainstorms. When I hallucinated at the hospital, I heard rain and from the outside. Rain. Rain, quantum tsunami. Well, the tsunami thing is just because of... She talked about ripples. So it's not actually tied to water, but it could be the source. I'm not saying it's true, since this could simply be a coincidence for all we know, but better safe than sorry. Look, I don't want to jump to conclusions just yet. Extreme quantum fluctuations caused by rain? Yeah, you do sound completely crazy. Bizarre, but it might be worth studying. The ruling was already bizarre to begin with. Well, whatever the case may be, there's nothing wrong with being careful. And you said it's going to be a rainy season, right? Is someone gonna go missing every time it rains? Is this like a Persona 4 situation? I have to think more about your hypothesis. Hey, there's no rush. I have to get to the bottom of this. Aren't you going home yet? I'll manage. You need to talk to Nicole, right? Well, don't worry about me. And yes, about the raining. Be careful out there. You too. Thanks, Louise. Hey, take it easy, okay? Persona 4 mid? Really? I shouldn't talk about this too publicly, but there was like someone from Relic Castle I have on Steam. This isn't a dig on them, but this is a dig on the Persona series. Where was it? They left a review for Persona 4 Golden, or was it Golden or was it the recent remake? And like they mentioned, like it's a fine game, but you're probably better off playing a Persona game that hasn't aged poorly and doesn't have like questionable writing in it. It's like every Persona I know of has like weird shit in it that's weird, that's questionable, that's problematic. That's not a that's not a Persona 4 problem, that's an Atlas problem. I don't know about Metaphor, Refam, Tazumio, or whatever. But like 5 still has problematic stuff in it. It's not just exclusive to 4. I owe you an explanation. Well, don't be assertive. I can't comment on 3, but I'm pretty sure 3 also has a teacher-student romance. I don't know anything about 1 and 2. I'd appreciate that. I know I said I would join the club. See, I wanted to, at least at the time I wanted to, at least. You must be so angry at me for all the confusion. I'm not angry. Just talk to me, Nicole. I'm just confused. I just want to understand. I know. I'm so sorry, Mark. I didn't mean for all of this to happen, but even today, sitting there and seeing... I mean, I just knew that. It could be. I know... I don't know, like, all the problems with, like, the Persona 4, but I know part of it has to do with, like, I forgot his name, but it starts with K, and, like, how his sexuality is treated, or at least how they kind of, like, sometimes are jokey about it. But then Persona 5 does this same thing where like the only gay characters in the game are a gay couple that harass and assault a school kid. Like what? Joining the piano club? It's not going to make a difference. Not really. I do owe Nicole, so we should. I mean, both of these are like saying thank you, but I really do owe her. She's done a lot for me. Thank you for the piano lessons. I did my best practicing, and you owe her for having you for Christmas dinner. But I only got this far because you helped me. I feel different now. Everything feels different. I feel like I'm more determined now. Like I found a direction. I feel closer to my mum. I feel like I can take on her dreams. Dreams that she set aside for me. You don't need to take on her dreams, Mark. Take on your own dreams. Make them yours. You've helped me get here, and I can't thank you enough for it. Oh, she's blushing. I just want to pay back the favor. In Persona 5's case, they kind of fixed the gay couple in Royal by just making them overly barren fat queens, which is... it's still questionable. Still very questionable, I'd say. You put in the work, you know. I just helped you get along. I'd like to help you get along too. At least I'd like the chance to. What? Nothing. You're just so you. What's that supposed to mean? Just as insufferable as the day you ran into me. And you're just as stubborn. Really, bro, thank you. I don't know how I can repay you for this. My mum, I wish she were here to see it. Did you send her a video? Yeah, but I haven't sent it yet. Do you think I should? Right, I guess I don't have a full case on Persona 4 then. Of course, should love it. My grandparents loved recording all of my recitals. It was a kind of tradition. Your grandparents? Yep, remember? I started to play because of them. Ah, you must miss them. I really do. I haven't seen them since we had to leave a year ago. In the province? Yeah, and luckily their area wasn't affected by the ruling, so they're safe and sound. But I still worry about them. I'm still like got the suspicion that this game is gonna George Lucas this up and me and Nicole are gonna end up being siblings lost across time. At Nosh Buena, you mentioned visiting them soon. I did. I'd be happy to go with you. You know, as a small gesture of thanks. You can't... Mark, what? You can't just invite yourself to someone traveling to meet their grandparents. You're not even dating. What are you on about? You want to come with me? Of course. Your parents said you should bring a friend along. And I'd love to meet the people who taught you to play. You don't have to, you know. You don't owe me a thing. I even came up here to apologize. I want to. I can see how much you miss them and how much they mean to you. It's the least I can do. You really mean all that, don't you? I do. Aw. Hey Andy, how you doing? This is Until Then. It's just like a story game. You might have seen me play a little bit of it before. I'm very like on and off with it, and it is like quite a long game from what I understand. Oh, I guess we're skipping ahead. We're going to meet the grandparents right now. It was basically a kanji story about the traditional gender roles and how men are supposed to act, and how his more feminine interests caused people to seem weird and gay, and people misconstrued as being, and then they got mad when he wasn't shown fully a man. Right. I felt weird. Weird as in like quantum ripples across time kind of weird, a glitch in the matrix, deja vu, or weird as in I should know. Anyway, what kind of weird? The tough thing about the Persona games is like they'll tackle like quite serious issues, but then like one step later, they will treat that issue as a joke, and it just kind of like not only undermines what they've tried to say, but it also just makes it difficult to take it all seriously. Like, oh damn, I did not mean to pause it like that. And it's like, yeah, like the whole thing with Persona 5 that pisses me off, and I shouldn't say too much because otherwise rabid fans will come after me, is that like the very first boss of the game is about an abusive teacher who uses his power as a teacher to sexually abuse students. Like quite full on, quite serious. And then in the game, you get to date a teacher. And literally, like, some fans will even say, oh, but the power dynamic's different. Or, like, yeah, but she's not forcing you, it's your consent. But she's, like, her bits of dialogue are quite assertive either way. I remember playing it and being quite surprised because I thought, like, from what I've read online, that people defended the relationship quite vigorously. But there's even a part where she's like, hey, I really need the money, so please keep on paying for me to come be your sexy maid and clean your room. I'm like, bro, really? In the same game where we had Kamoshida or whatever the first guy's called? I don't know. I don't know. Your brain's not working, Andy? What does that mean? Have you been sleeping alright? You been eating dinner? Yeah, like, it's just. Anyway, I shouldn't talk about it too much because there are people who go after people. But it's just like, it's so tone deaf to have those two things in the same game. Yeah, yeah. Like, it's definitely a good game, Persona 5. No, the other shit part of the Persona 5 is the fucking. What's his name? Omura? The the boss fight with the robots. Like, what the fuck is that fight? That was like the least fun thing I've ever done in a JRPG. That was horrible. I haven't eaten properly due to wisdom teeth surgery and haven't slept too well due to stand up work. Well, that makes sense, Andy. I understand why your brain's not working too well. If you're having trouble sleeping and you're not really like sleepy enough to sleep right now and still not able to eat, then just make sure you do something relaxing. Put on some TV or a podcast. You know what podcast I'd recommend? Hints of History. I'm looking forward to that tomorrow. Luckily, P3 is a Go game that doesn't have any kind of writing issues. Is it actually? I reckon there must be something in there. There has to be something in there that's problematic. I find that very hard to believe. Just a really strong, long stretch of road. All straight. No sharp turns. Ooh. Andy, have you seen a movie called Universal Language? I watched it recently and it was very interesting. It was very strange, but very interesting. It's not like amazing, but it was at least interesting. It was weird. Bang, 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 bang! Quiet, son. Well, you should consider it. It's like It takes place in a fictional Canada where instead of Canada being bilingual with English and French, I don't know the pronunciation of this language, but Canada is bilingual with French, but the main language is Faris. I'm not sure if that's how you say it, pronunciation wise. Faris language? Farsi, sorry, not Faris. Farsi, like the Persian language. Farsi. It's very weird. And instead of like Canada having the architecture it does in reality, Canada has like the brutalist architecture where everything's just like concrete blocks. And instead of Tim Hortons being in a coffee shop, because it's more like Farsi culture, Tim Hortons is a tea shop. It's really fucking weird, but interesting. I don't know. Some versions have decisions that go against the theme of the game and it pisses me off. I mean, that's the other problem with Persona 3, right? There's like 4 different versions you can buy. Persona 3, Persona 3 Portable, FES. FES is different than Portable, right? And then Remake. How can she sleep like this? I don't know if you'll like it, Andy, because it's like... It's got like some stretches of like... It's also got very weird humor. Like, the movie very clearly has a type of humor. And it doesn't... It's just kind of like absurdist humor, and it's not necessarily funny. But it's weird. Persona 3 FES are very solid. FES does have the... Screw this. Are we going to try to take a nap too? No, we're just going on our phone. You're definitely not sleeping. Hey Mark, could you please tell Nicole to check my texts? Yeah, exactly. It's an interesting movie. I'm afraid she's taken her beauty nap. Well, you don't need to say beauty nap. You're making it too obvious that you think she's beautiful. Should I wake up? Portable is the worst offender. Not only does it have awful presentation elements of storytelling and emotional, it does even more things. That's... Which one's the one with the female protagonist? Is that FES? Or is that Portable? That's Sleepyhead. Did you two stay up all night texting again? Just kidding, Lamau, hee hee. Isn't that what the kids say these days? Yeah, it is. Yes, but, I'm... Anyway, once the Sleepyhead's awake, could you remind her of the directions? And it'd be best you know too. Right. Of course. So on a bus to Take, right? Get off at Barrows. There's a big welcome sign there. You'll know you're at the right place. Then get on the jeep to Paris so she'll know where to drop off. What do you mean get on the jeep? Is it just a public jeep that operates as a bus? That sounds kind of cool. I want a public jeep. And kids, if you don't know where you are, just give me a call, alright? We will. She's resting on your shoulder for an awfully long time, Mark. Oh, hon, her grandparents will be so happy to see her again. Surprise them for me, okay? Just Nicole on the side. We will. I'm excited to meet the people who got her to love the piano. Oh, you're so sweet. Don't mind me. You go take a nap now. Have a safe trip. Thanks, Mrs. Laxlama. Reload is fine if you've never played the original game. You won't really know what it changes, but I made some very slight changes for storytelling for the worst. Hey, Mark. So you finally decided to elope up? Too soon, too far. How's the trip going? It's good. It's been good. It is kind of weird that you invited yourself to meet the grandparents, Mark. It'll be cool seeing where she grew up. Love is in the air today, boys. Shut up. I can't be doing anything in front of her grandparents. That would be disrespectful. We're just talking, really. Talking about love. Shut up. We're not even actually talking. She's asleep. Female protagonist from Portable, and a hot take for me is that while it's cool to have her, she's handling awfully and no one wants to admit it because she isn't female protagonist Persona. Isn't like Persona, she's like the only optional one, right? Or is that not correct too? Isn't like one of the ones that people don't talk about, Persona 1 or 2? One of them have like a female protag? Or maybe not, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Dreaming about love? Okay, did you have an actual point to this conversation? Sophia. Yo, Marky. Hey, what's up? Persona 2 EP. Eternal Punishment has a female protag. It just... like, I get, like, the added work, but it is suck so much that they made a remake, which is obviously, like, if you're making a game for modern consoles, trying to remake it, you want to make it the definitive version, right? But then still, it's not the definitive version, because some people are going to want to play as a female protagonist, but then it's like, if you want to do that, you have to play this specific old version, not the definitive one. But whatever. What? No, really, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. Who knows, maybe... I doubt it. Maybe we'll get DLC for... Did you text me for no reason? Or are you on the bus with me right now? You're going home tonight, right? Why did you text me for no reason? That's a plan, but if you consider traffic... Oh no! Oh, there's too much traffic, we're not going to be home tonight, we're going to have to stay at a hotel. Maybe we'll get home by 10, give or take? Why? Great, so no sleeping over. You still have a pure heart, as you should. I'm going to heaven. Not sure about that, Marky. Speaking of nothing, okay, you do have a point. What do you text me about? Oh, is she going to invite me to prom? We can't say yes. We've got Nicole. Prom's a couple of nights away, isn't it? Getting excited? Face it, Marky. You don't know nothing about fashion. Or did she say she was going to help me? She did say something, didn't she? Oh well, what makes you say that? Anyways, to make a long run short, if you were to play P3 with FES, it's the most definitive version you can get as yeah, that's the other thing, right? You have to pay for DLC for the remake. It's got the best rated experience of story for the first time. Only issue is the gameplay might not be able to stand. That's all dependent on how you follow P3's experimental battle system. Yeah. Yeah. Come on, a literal Greek branded suit? And you think you're funny? How does she know about my suit? How do you know that? The serious question, how do you figure out what a person likes? I don't know, you ask them, what are you doing? What are you doing, Catherine? Without asking them, ask their friends is what I'd say. Who's them? Oops, what was that? I didn't say anything. I see I have a stalker here. She is on the bus, isn't she? What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Let me rephrase. How did you figure out what Nicole liked? Just pay attention, right? I think that's a good advice. Listen to what they say. They'll probably end up telling you. It isn't bad, but it's a lot more tactical than 4 and 5's combat require you to think ahead more than only thinking. But you don't understand, Kakawa. Monkey brain is kind of fun. Don't you think? Things she mentions, what makes her happy. I want nothing from you, okay? I just want you to look decent. From why are you putting underscores in your spaces? You trying to name a variable? And what's the catch? Why is everybody texting me? You're just sending me your blue balls? Like, what is this, man? You're sending me a pic of your scrotum? Why me? And what, like, you couldn't even line them up the same way? You give me what I want, I make you not look big stupid. You just said you want nothing from me. Exactly, so? Elaborate on your balls, man. Don't just send that to someone. Looks like we got a real lover boy here. Does anyone actually spell like that? Of all my days of middle school, I never saw that. And I've played games like Emily is Away too. Never saw like that. Honestly, I don't even think I know what she likes for most. And why don't you ask her? Me. Well, why don't you do the same? Uh-oh. So yeah, your best friend's kinda cool though. Rattle? Yeah, it's pretty cool. Why? The camera guy? Does he have a girlfriend? I mean, no, the other... Kathy! Ah! Have they been in contact? Kathy and Sophia? You only have 2 friends. Okay, just tell me what you want. I want you to tell me what Kathy likes. This is... I get the feeling I know what's going on. Is this for your proposal gift to Jaggy? No, she is interested in Sophia. And you're interested in Kathy. That's cute. Finally, Kathy gets to be happy with someone who won't ditch her like I do. But you know, tell me then I tell them. Because, you know, I know them and well, you don't. What? Forget it. Just meet me on Monday. No, I mean, yes, it's for my J-boy. Hold on. My J-boy? Yeah, Jaggy. Did you just say J-boy yourself? That's right, I did. I like him a lot. Oh, you know that? I don't want to hide my true feelings now, you know. What is she on about? So what should I do, man? You're not afraid anymore, I guess? So don't hold it back. Just go talk to him. I guess the more you talk, the more you will know about each other. It'll come naturally. Naturally? Really? I know it's not very helpful advice, but it is what it is. Someone texted me, right? No? How you know to get to someone? How you get to know someone? I think I'll like it that way. Yeah. You might too. So we just have to talk. Pretty much. Man, if only you talked to me like this always. Society would be in much better shape. We'd probably have flying cars and shit by now. Flying shit? No. That's like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs type. Damn it, Mark, I hate you. Flying shit. Get away from me. You need a nap. Good luck with J-Boy then. And you too with your honeymoon. Ah. Mark, are you there? I've got some news. You want to hit ASAP. What is it? Did they find Jessica? I've studied it and there's a way to stop this madness. At least one kind of madness. A lobotomy? What do you mean? He hypothesized that when it rains, it causes a quantum tsunami, correct? We can stop that? You're gonna put the world into an internal drought? Some of it... I don't know, it's not like that unnatural, I feel like. I feel like this is kind of like how some middle schoolers, high schoolers text. At least some quirky ones. And this part where like at the start she's like, hey, nothing. Like, Marky, talk to me. And then you're like, what do you want? She's like, nothing. And then eventually, like 10 lines later, she's actually like, actually, I need a favor. That's pretty spot on. That's real life. But we can start one thing for sure. Someone disappearing. Really? Don't get excited, bro. It's not like there's a switch we can flip that gets rid of it permanently. It's a temporary solution. Can you just... Louise is like the queen of vague posting. It's a proactive solution. When it rains, a quantum tsunami could wipe something or someone from existence, right? But that'll only occur if no one is observing them. So just have everybody in the world be in pairs. Yep, that makes sense. Observing? What I mean is, if no one is looking at them, if they're all alone when it rains, the chances are very slim, but it's possible that their existence get wiped out. Was Jessica alone when she disappeared? Well, she must have been, otherwise then someone would know where she went, right? Of course, I needed to verify that. And yes, that must be the case. Jessica always walked home from school at a new subdivision. They're one of the few families living there right now, sparsely populated. And Polly? She had a professional mentor that she went to see every day after school, including the day of our quarterfinals. I was there, yeah. And on that day, her mentor was still not at home, stuck in traffic. She waited alone in her mentor's house. And when her mentor arrived, she was nowhere to be seen. No way, that can't be. I feel like you're extrapolating a lot and then extrapolating from your extrapolations. Like, you have no idea that... no proof that any of the people going missing is a supernatural occurrence. There could be like a real psycho out there, and that's more likely than it being supernatural. And then on top of that, you have no proof that the, like, if it is supernatural, that it has to do with any kind of quantum science. But you're assuming it does, so therefore you're assuming that by observing them you change the outcome. Because the fact that, like, they were alone when they went missing, that's going to happen with everyone that goes missing. Because otherwise you have a witness. It's like Google Translate took full-grown adult text messages and would translate them into teenager text. It just appears that it's just off enough. I guess. You can doubt me now if you want to, it's normal. But that's not what I mean. But it's better to take it as it is either way, right? That way you don't lose anything or anyone. No, because we don't know that your plan is going to work, and if someone does go missing and no one observes it, then like you're gonna say it confirms your plan, but no, it just means someone got kidnapped while they were alone again. And if you don't mind me asking, where are you right now? I'm on bus, on the way to Baroas. I guess I always surround myself with people who do not talk or text like this. At least it's not on Apex train. Have you ever played Emily is Away 2? Or 1, I guess. I can't remember exactly, but I remember 2 at least, like, leans quite heavily into the text talk. It's all leans quite heavily into it. But, I mean, that's sort of like the aesthetic of the game. I don't hold it against it. It's very much trying to be over the top of it. Are you serious? Why? Around there, that's where a ruin earthquake hit. We don't know for sure, but it might be around hotspots of extreme quantum fluctuations. What are you on about? Is what I do want to say. Which, funnily enough, extremes are both P4 and P5. Low perhaps, but still, it's way more there than we have here. Well, what do? I can't possibly go home now. Do you have someone with you? I do. So I look after them. And they look after you. Please, especially when it rains there. Don't let each other out of your sight, ever. No rain, buddy. I'm safe. He's like Persona 4. Hasn't rained in a while. Oh, but apparently my bus driver cannot drive. Oh, for fuck's sake, what's going on? Do you want us dead? You okay? One's goofy leet speak text in, and 5 is supposed to make me believe you can type with proper grammar and punctuation at all times. That really scared me, bro. Your mum texted me. She texted you too, but you were asleep. She did? Oh, that must have been a good nap. Oh. Anyway, she wants me to make sure we don't get lost. She gave the directions again. Yeah, as if I don't remember. Arroz and chorizo, easy as pie. She told me there's a big welcome sign, I know. I'm in with her family. They had me for Christmas family dinner. Like, I'm like their son-in-law. A big welcoming sign, I know, can't miss it. There's also a big bucko pie there too. Well, if that's still there. Uh-huh. That's my hometown, Mark. I know everything about it. Are you sure? You haven't forgotten? For cheap? It's only been a year. Oh, I guess we're going past the area that was affected by the natural disasters. Is this the fault line they used to call home? It hasn't been cleaned up at all. It's worse than what I've seen on the news. You hardly see this on the news. You can find some on social media, but they do their best to bury it. It's been a year after all. We want to put the past behind us. So now it's all about recovery. Resilience, happy faces. Ones that get the likes. Did you say you're lucky? You are just more fortunate than the rest. They told my parents we could buy this house. They told me I could transfer to this school. But it's only because we were on the second floor of the evacuation center. We hosted a couple dinners, but that's all we could do to help. When people got sick, we'd pray to God that they have enough medicine and doctors. People died there. They didn't have life support. No hospitals and highways. And even if they've rebuilt now, which they obviously haven't rebuilt here, do they have anywhere to go? I'm sorry, Mark. I guess you don't see the full picture, unless you see it for yourself. Yeah. I see it better now. What about Jake? Oh, no. He went missing years before the ruling. I see. What about his parents, his siblings? Do you know where they are? It's okay, sorry. You don't have to answer. She's awake and putting her head on our shoulder. Yeah, it's not a happy sight. Come on, trust me. I'm pretty sure this is where we were supposed to get down. Look at that beach. There should be a better route from here. Look at those seagulls. Should be? Just help me ask around. Is that the big welcome sign? That's what I was looking for? Some people on like a long ass gondola. Excuse me, what's the best way to get to Paraiso right now? Paraiso, it's near enough. You would take a jeep from here. Even a tricycle. If you pay a little extra. How much is a little extra? How much you're willing to pay? This isn't good. I should look around. 100 each. 10. 90. 15. 70. 20. Final offer. 50. That can't be right. It's a little out of the way, miss. You can't scam me. I'm a local. Is that so? That's right. Alright, 40 last price. I don't know about that. It's good price to get there fast. Well, what do you say? Okay. You could always steal a bicycle. Or rent a bicycle. Is it near enough to bike? But then we'd be paying 50 per hour anyway. Which is more expensive than the 40 we got offered. Hey Doofus, or did we just take a bike? I think we just stole one. Keep your eyes on the road or we'll crash. Then maybe you shouldn't be hogging it. Oh, we're not bringing this up again, Buster. I stand by mine. You shouldn't have been blocking the entire hallway. Or real mature. Says the little missy who refused to talk to me in the principal's office. Hey, I absolutely loathed you that day. Can you believe how far I've come? What do you mean? Well, do you still love me now? Well. Hey! What's the matter, Slowpoke? Can't catch up? Well, I just want to be a responsible biker. Oh, come on, it's not like it's a difficult road. All straight. No sharp turns, right? Well, I guess you're... Hey! Wait a minute. What is this Undertale bullshit? I need to, like, be in the green? Yeah, stream goes down. You heard that? Nicole! I can't hear you. You're too far. I guess it's more like Stardew Valley fishing. I'm closing the gap. Come on, is that the best you can do? Just you wait. Oh, I've overtaken. God damn. Wow, I've not just overtaken, I'm kind of leaving her behind. I think we should slow down a little bit. It's not nice to just leave her alone, and we're supposed to keep our eyes on each other. I completely destroyed her and I got an achievement for it. Aha, who's the slowpoke now? Yeah, I'll let you win. Just like you let me think you were asleep on the bus, huh? I don't know what you're talking about, hehe. Huh? Kingdom Hearts ass tree. Are we gonna sit on top of it and eat a star fruit? Hey, you wanna swing for a bit? There's no way that will hold. That is, like, extremely dangerous. Doing that on a cliff. Gonna end up like Harold Holt. Oh, ye have little faith. Kakarot, you didn't need to explain to me what indie means. My favorite ever indie? It's tough. Like, it... Like... Like, Binding of Isaac is a big one. I'm looking at my Steam library. But, like, Binding of Isaac isn't just my favorite indie. Binding of Isaac is, like, up there for my favorite game ever. Blueprints counts as indie, I believe, right? I've been playing Blueprints a lot. Maybe it's a bit too far to say, like, okay. Okay, nice. Yeah, then mine is Dave the Diver. I haven't actually played Dave the Diver, but I know about that. Rude. Oh, come on, that was hilarious. Well, let's see if you can do it then. Step aside and watch a master at work. I get the feeling we can't do better. Then give it a go then, Mr. Master. Voila. Save the game. Thank you, Kenny. Yep, I will save the auto-saving game. I have that in my Steam library actually from Family Share. Isaac or Dave the Diver? A master of stunts, I see. At least I stayed on longer than you. Come on, we can do this. If it can't hold one person, it's not holding two people. Wait, save icon? No. I don't know if it's going to work much better. And then Nicole kicked me off the cliff and I fell into the ocean and died. And Louise stayed in her lab thinking it must have been from a quantum tsunami. Isaac's good. It's not a game for everyone, but it's good. Dave the Diver I've heard is very good. You? With a little help, I'll admit. I did most of the work. It's pretty cute. So, do you have a... Who are we gonna ask the big question? This is pretty romantic. Do you have a date for prom? Holy mackerel. Well, no one's asked me. Oh, can't miss it though, right? I mean, we were charged way too much for that. Yeah, I wouldn't want to miss it. Come sit next to me. Oh, will it hold? Only one way to find out. I feel like, meeting the grandparents is probably a step after prom, to be honest. So asking her out for prom should not be that big of a deal. I guess our teamwork paid off. It hasn't let us down yet. Hey Mark, do you remember what I mentioned to you about the day we met? I was thinking of downloading Isaac's Tribe because I wanted some new roguelike to try out, but there were 7 options in my library. What were the options? Let me guess. I remember fucking whiffing this interaction when I was in high school. Ronco, me too, to be honest. When I asked, like, I'm very bad at social interactions, but I've gotten better with time. But essentially, what happened is my school has like a sister school. Then I went home and played Persona 3. And then you asked out a digital boy, right? Probably a much easier task. My school had like a sister school, and essentially sometimes would have events. And I think this was like an event lunch. I went to a boys only school, so this is like why interacting with the opposite gender was a big thing and a thing that our school made us do, so we don't end up like Andrew Tate's. And so there was like some lunch thing anyway, and so I spent the whole lunch thing talking to her, and like my plan was at some point I need to ask her to prom, or what Australian schools call prom, which is to school formal. And I just like I put it off, and then it was like lunch bell, time to go. And so at the very end, I just like blurted out, like half disassociating due to stress. Like, do you want to go to formal together? And she was like, yeah, sure. And it's like, yes, finally done it. And fucking like most stressful interaction of my life, even though it did not need to be. There's Backpack Hero, Enter the Gungeon. Enter the Gungeon is good. I cannot play Enter the Gungeon because of skill issue. I've tried, I'm just too bad at it. Same with One Step from Eden. Hey, are you going to prom with everyone? No, it's not really my thing. Not interested. Which one were you, Ronco? Were you the "it's not my thing" or were you the one who asked, "Are you going to prom with anyone?" Because if you were the "it's not my thing" and you were interested in the guy, or at least like maybe not interested, but would have liked to go with someone, then yeah, you fumbled. God, and they say men can't pick up signals. Weird. Oh, wrong. In the moment, I was just furious. But later, yeah, I think I realized there was something mysterious about it. Like, how can you hold hands, but you can't ask to prom? Like, for me, holding hands was like 2 months after going to the school formal together. Oh, well, hee hee. Just say it, Mark. Do you want to go to prom? Like, you can rest your head on his shoulder like that, stare into the sunset, hold hands, but I don't think. Did they switch positions? I'm not sure. Congratulations on the auditions, by the way. Not that I would have let a student of mine fail. Thanks, I feel so much better now. Like, I can't wait to learn more pieces like you. Like, I'm hopeful for what lies ahead. But Ronko, be careful because there have been like this is a huge extrapolation. But there's like slight hints that maybe in another timeline, these two were brother and sister, if not maybe they're like alternate versions of each other or something. That's my crackpot theory. But I think in some way these two people might be alternate timeline siblings. But we don't really have much to work off of at the moment. But yeah, I'm really happy for you. What about you? I mean, how do you feel after everything? Or like maybe alternate timeline my mum. I'm a little unsure, I guess, about where to go from here. That's okay. I felt really unsure too. That's my crackpot theory. That's probably very unlikely. And these two are very much meant to be like a couple at the moment. But it might be like one of like if I'm predicting far into the future, it's gonna be like one of those things where like it's impossible for us to be together, even though everything and it's kind of like tragic, but that's the way it is. After working so hard with you, it's different now. Yeah. So it's okay if you're still unsure. Yeah, yeah. There's like there's a lot of time travel stuff I've seen or played that is like surprise incest. But yeah, we'll figure it out. I don't feel bad spoiling this game because it's pretty like trap shot game. But there's a game called 12 Minutes. None of the things I'm talking about are from anime. One of them is a German TV show, and one of them is a game with Willem Dafoe as a voice actor. I think we can take on anything. And like I kind of thought like the whole surprise incest thing in 12 minutes was kind of interesting. Like kind of interesting, maybe poorly executed. Or the whole game as a whole was poorly executed. But people did not like it. People were like, what the fuck? But yeah, sorry if you ever wanted to play 12 minutes, which you probably don't want to play because it's not that good of a game. I want to trust you. Me too. I want to really share with you how I feel so you'd understand. Of course. I want you to understand. Oh, here comes the rain. Don't look away. Oh, it is. It's gonna do it, isn't it? We literally got told, like, it makes no fucking sense what the lady said, but she said if it rains, you need to look at the other person because otherwise they're gonna disappear. If she disappears right now, can I show you something? I'm sure. But maybe we should head out first? It's getting cold. And it looks like it's gonna rain soon. Let's take the shortcut through town. Will it take us there faster? Yeah, it should take us straight home. Okay, the rain was bait. And there you go, Kenny, the game saved.